Oh, there it is. Oh, good. Great. You know, whoever who said dangle clacks? Someone earlier in the chat said, "Oh, GrimmGreen, we're going to have any dangle clacks today?" And I said, "Whoa, I hope not." Right out of the gate with a dangle clack. Just straight up right out of the gate with a dangle clack. Woo! That was a close one, you guys. What's going on? Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome. I see you there. I see you in chat. Tyler the Vapor. Ryan Evans is here. Vape on the BR is here. Mowgli. T-Man. Chrome. Mr. Chrome 37 is here. How you guys doing today? Sexy King Phil, you doing good? Ern, you doing good? Appreciate you guys being here. Just, yeah, a little dangle clack right out of the gate, Steve-O. It's no big deal. It's no big deal at all. Well, welcome, you guys. Happy Tuesday afternoon. It's not necessarily vape and hippie that I'm doing the build streams again, but I kind of am doing the build streams again. I want to bring them back in some capacity, and I don't know exactly what that looks like. And today was not necessarily a free day. I shot a bunch of video and edited a bunch of video this morning. I have more to do this afternoon, but I just wanted to hang out on a Tuesday and take some time, just bond, you know, fellowship together as a community and get to like hang out and be awesome, and we'll build some RDTAs, you know. Raspa, we got some UK peeps here. I was hoping to start early enough to, you know, get some UK people here. But we're going to be building some, you guys, we're going to be building some RDTAs as soon as we can sort through some of these dangle clacks. That's right. What? We just have a few dangle clacks to search through. In fact, I didn't even get to plug in my new lo-fi. Oh, I can't. Oh, okay, never mind. Good job, GrimmGreen. Good job, GrimmGreen. Unbelievable. Let's get some lo-fi chilled beats going here. How you doing, Whitney? How you guys doing today? Yeah, it was just a random Tuesday, and so I thought, I missed the build streams. I haven't done build streams in quite a while. I genuinely miss them, and I've had a recent little, you know, I don't know even what you would call it. I appreciate that very much, Ryan Evans, very much. I don't know, I've been having a little bit of like a fascination with some RDTAs recently. There was like the Artemis, the top coiler. There was the Kuomo RDTA. And so I kind of got to thinking, do I just like RDTAs? Is this a thing? Is this a thing that I've just told myself that I don't like? I've just convinced myself that, oh, Nick, you don't really like RDTAs. You know, you don't like those. Every time I get an RDTA, I look at it and I go, I don't like this. Haven't even built it yet. I don't even like it. But what I thought we could do today is just go through and build a bunch of RDTAs. I think the title says as many as I can find. I don't have that much. I don't have that many RDTAs. So we're just going to go through and find as many as we can. And what I did was I got out, see if I can hold this shut so I can hold it vertically. There's one. I got two of these gigantic, tackle box guys. This is what I store my vape toppers in, and I've been doing it for years. And so I have two of these. Oh, and they're so heavy, it's crazy. This is like a little miniature Smithsonian of toppers. This is 13 years of atomizers, of toppers. No phone calls right now. That's not allowed. So we're going to go through and we're going to try to find some RDTAs, maybe some newer, maybe some older RDTAs. I know we're not going to come up completely short. That was my first concern when I was like, oh, we should do an RDTA stream. Does GrimmGreen even have enough RDTAs to warrant doing any sort of RDTA stream? The answer is maybe. The answer is maybe, and we'll get there. Really dusty tank atomizer. So I guess, that's an excellent point. Big Swaggy in the gang? Big Swag in the gang, sorry. What's up, Big Swag in the gang? Appreciate you being here. But that's an interesting point that he brings up. What even is an RDTA? Well, an RDTA was a product that was born out of necessity and then, I don't know, quickly, at least in my opinion. Here's my viewpoint of the RDTA story. Throughout vaping, we had RDAs, and these are rebuildable dripping atomizers, right? This is a history lesson for anybody that wants to listen, but we had RDAs, rebuildable dripping atomizers, and they were universally kind of renowned as like, that's how you get the good vape flavor, Drippers. That's where flavor comes from. Drippers. You want flavor, you get a dripper and you drip, and that's how you get flavor, and that's, a lot of people's preferred vape. RTAs existed, but RTAs back in the day were a little bit fiddly, a little bit leaky, a little bit weird, and people said, not me, some people said, RTAs, they don't have flavor like an RDA. They don't have flavor like an RDA. So how do you combine the flavor of an RDA, but the convenience and capacity of like an RTA, a tank style atomizer? Well, who cares? You just combine them. You mash them into a weird thing that is an RDA deck sitting on top of a tank with usually cables or mesh or cotton or something that goes down into your tank to act as capillary action, so your liquid goes up and to your coil, and that way you kind of have an RDA on top of a tank, so you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting the convenience of an RTA, but you're getting the flavor and airflow of a tank, of an RTA. That's where RDAs exist. It's a little niche little thing, and that people that are into RDTAs, they are really into RDTAs. They love them. They vape them. It's basically an updated Cotton Genesis. A bastard. If anybody remembers, back in the day, 2013, we had Genesis atomizers, which were like the precursors to RDTAs, honestly. Man, the vape history, the history of vaping is real weird. Real weird. We just had real weird products. So let's first dig into this. First thing I guess we can do is, I think I saw one or two maybe super chats come in. I'm not 100% sure, but I think there was one from New Wave Dave. If I can get to there he is. Look at you. Okay. Easy now, YouTube. YouTube's been acting crazy. My software's been acting crazy. Final Cut Pro's been acting crazy lately. I've had a rough day of editing. I spent this whole morning editing one single video, which normally would have taken me half hour at the most, maybe. Had so many issues. Nonsense. Never used an RDTA. Legion likes RDTAs. I'm coming around on RDTAs, man. I spent probably 4 or 5 years just completely shitting on RDTAs. Completely and thoroughly shitting on them. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't know why it's made this way. I don't know why you would do this. I don't know how this works. Mine never wick very well. I can't get mine to wick. I can't get mine to wick. I'm surprised anybody even put up with me. But now I get it. Like, I'm on board. I want these to work. I like the vape experience that I get from them. I've been using the Kuomo RDTA literally nonstop since it's arrived. Shout out to Tyler B. It's just a rad little flavor banger. Rad little flavor banger. We got a super chat from Matthew Jones up there in Canada. My Canadian Matthew Jones. Thank you for everything you do, my friend. It's what I do. It's very much my pleasure, Matthew Jones. I appreciate that. We got a New Wave Dave super chat here that says, something happened last night. My cat had his friends over last night. I think they slipped me something because I got real tired and went to bed. I dreamed that he and his friends were all in black robes chanting around me. New Wave Dave accidentally fell into Eyes Wide Shut all of a sudden. His cat has a weird sex cult. That's fine. I wouldn't expect anything less from New Wave Dave's cat. Steve O, very gracious of you. Floating through that intro graphic tunnel, I swear I heard a subliminal, give Grimm $5. So here you go. Steve O, you did. I purposefully I purposefully put subliminal messages in my hold screen so that you don't know. You're just sitting there waiting for the stream going, oh, we're here for a GrimmGreen stream. But really, in your subconscious, in your head, you're hearing, give Grimm $5. Give Grimm $5. Earn, you have a Limitless RDTA. Do you still rock it? Yeah, so this is different. So Cliff, you bring up an excellent point right here, Cliff. This is a really good point. Not all RDTAs are RDTAs. This right here, hang on, let me get it off the stand. Yeah, that's the Aromamizer Plus V2 RDTA, and they call it an RDTA, but despite it being just an actual RTA, your deck is low, your tank is high. That's an RTA. If the deck was up here and the tank was down here, then, and only then, would it be an RDTA. I don't know why Steam Crave calls this an RDTA. It just messes me up. So if you're going to specify a Steam Crave RDTA, Aromamizer RDTA, then you're talking about an RTA, actually. RTA. I see one RDTA right away. I see one RDTA right away. You can kind of, maybe you can kind of see it right here. What's that? Whoop. Yeah, buddy. This is the profile, and it has stainless steel cables still in it. This isn't necessarily the RDTA I was looking for. Hang on, where's my face? Why can't I have a face? Why won't you show my face? Stupid. Here's just one more dangle clack happening right in the middle. Will become a circle, and then we'll move over here, down by this circle. There it is. Professional. GrimmGreen streams are nothing but professional. Profile RDTA. Profile RDTA, you guys. Easily one of the most popular RDTAs, at least in these here United States of America. It's got some mesh on there right now, but we are not going to be using mesh. In fact, today, we're probably just going to use straight up round wire. All round wire. It might be an all round wire kind of day. What's Bogan's law of RDTAs? Profile. The profile has fans. If there's an RDTA in here that most everybody's going to recognize, it's definitely the profile. The profile has a following, you know, for good reason. Like, the profile RDA is great. The profile RTA is pretty great. This is a profile RDTA. So we got one, at least one. Hang on. I'm going to get my plexi stand here so we can set our RDTAs aside that we will be using. Shout out to Sturdy Manufacturing Company out of Malaysia. It's cool. It's cool. Little tiny little helpful accessories. I don't see any more RDTAs. Oh wait, here's one. Look at this one. Coil art. Don't mind my gross fingernails. I promise. They're clean. My hands are clean. Round wire's the best. I don't know if it's the best, but it definitely is awesome, and I think really underrated. Coil art. Azeroth RDTA. Here, I'm going to turn the music down until we actually start building, because I just use the music as a placeholder for, like, when I'm silent. You know, Jeremy? I appreciate that, though. If the music's too loud, too quiet, let me know. Too annoying, I'm going to clean out the crud under my fingernails so you don't have to keep looking at it. I'll just give myself a little, you know, YouTuber manicure real quick. Do this constantly before videos. Constantly. Oh, so much better. So much better. Better get my tools. Azeroth RDTA. Back in the day. Oh, gee, yeah. I think this is the only RDTA that I really ever enjoyed. It's got a round wire build in it right now. And I was forced to enjoy this RDTA. I'll tell you the whole story, but I was basically, well, I wasn't forced, but Yeah, it was my own fault. It was my own fault. Okay, so we at least have 2 RDTAs. That's not bad. We got an Azeroth and a profile. RTA, 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 RDA, RTA, okay. Nope. I know there's at least a few more RDTAs in here, right? There has to be more than 2. What is that, an RDA? All right, well, if we don't have enough RDTAs... Now, this is the older box of the 2. Just, what is this E-Leaf Just 2 sub-tank? I've kept this E-Leaf Just 2 sub-tank for how many years? I don't even have any coil heads for it anymore, but yet it remains. Do I need to keep this? That's the question. Do I need to keep the iJust 2? Yeah, I mean, the answer to that is yes. So that someday in the future, someone's going to ask me a question. Hey, GrimmGreen, I just bought an E-Leaf iJust 2 sub-tank. What's the millimeter diameter of it? I'll be like, no problem, bro. I can get that information for you. Get out my calipers, measure my E-Leaf iJust 2. That's why. Oh, here's one. Yes. Oh, this was another, like, this was a good RDTA. It's a little bit messy. Alpine. Anybody remember the Alpine RDTA? We should try the Alpine today. That's what we should go for. The Alpine was actually, you know, again, popular RDTA. None of these have literally just been sitting in this box. This was your first tank? Was it really? That's cool. That's funny. Let's see if I can get this cap off of here. Nope. I'm gonna need a device. Huh! Okay. Yeah. All these RDTAs are gonna look real similar, you know? There's even some, look at that. Old cotton bacon right there on this round wire build. 2-post. Yay. Yay, 2-post. So we're going to have to do some, shit. Have to do some interesting round wire leg building for that. That's fine. And this Alpine had 2 airflows. Top and side airflow. Man, these O-rings have seen better days. We need some lubrication stat. The cool thing about the Alpine RDTA was you could make it into the Alpine and you could put a goon cap on top, which I do have a goon cap, so we should try for the Alpine today. What else do we got going in here? Nope. That's not an RDTA. That's a Kennedy. That's an Icon. That's a, oh, what's this? A sub-tank mini. A sub-tank mini. Okay. Nope. But what are you? The Intrepid. Okay. Look, I've got years of retro vapings in here. That's not an RDTA. That's not an RDTA. That's not an RDTA. All right, this might be tapped for RDTAs. At least this tub, and that's fine, because we got 3 out of it. I'm hoping there's at least 1 in the other tub. Oh. Don't worry, I dropped that on the ground. It put a hole in my floor. That's fine. That's fine. Joshua in the chat says, anyone have any advice for juice that burns my coils, like too much sweetener or something? It's caramelizing my coils, I think. If it tastes burnt, then I'm going to say that that's not sweetener or caramelization of your coils. burnt. I don't know. Burnt's like a burnt's a topic that you know you have a lot of opinions on. Everybody has a lot of opinions on burnt or what causes burnt. I feel it's going to be oh. Nope. Okay. Dang, I thought this was an RDTA. Damn. Thought I had more RDTAs in here. We got the profile. No, we got the profile RTA. Well, we might have to venture into RTA territory. Let's see what we got. Oh, let's do this one again. Let's do this one again with round wire. The Artemis. The Artemis 2. This was my least favorite of the two. But look, it's an RDTA, and we're here today to vape RDTAs only. Only RDTAs. You're going to be singing Subtank Mini all night? That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I could say that. Possibly not enough wattage. Your cotton could have collapsed in the middle. I'm just trying to think of burnt, like what would cause burntness. No, that's not an RDTA. That's not either. Oh, I got a KFUN 5. Should we try to build that over-engineered RTA? That's not an RDTA. That's not an RDTA. That's not an RDTA. That's it. I think we're tapped for RDTAs, you guys. I seriously only kept 4. 4. Over the years, over 13 years of vaping, I kept 4 RDTAs. I wish, you know, and I'm going to, yes, this is what I want more of. RDTA suggestions. Everyone tells me that the Brunhild is an amazing RDTA. Haven't never got to try it. I need RDTA recommendations. Dang, okay, that's it. I really thought we were going to have more RDTAs in here. The title does say as many as I can find, which is 4. 4 RDTAs. I thought for sure I had a random... Dang. Look, it's whatever, you guys. Oh, here, this counts. There's the last RDTA. Found it. Found it. That's the one I was looking for. This was the first RDTA I think I gave a fairly positive review to. Okay, there goes the profile. Kennedy, phenotype. I just want to double check and make sure, you know. Pyro V2. Okay. Pyro V... Hang on, let me get my notepad. Let me write these down. The Pyro V2. Oh, I have a Taurin. I have a Taurin RDTA. I have a Taurin. I just don't know where it is. It could be up there. I'm going to go grab it. Build the Kuomo. Modern comparison. I don't want to rebuild the Kuomo. My Kuomo's just... No, I don't have the... Highland... Helheim? Helheim? Heim. Is that the name of an RDTA? You know what, Aaron Green? You make an excellent point, Aaron Green. I do not have an avocado. I had an avocado, but I no longer have an avocado. I used to rant about the avocado, you know. The Typhon GTX RDTA. Typhon Fun GTX. I didn't know they did an RDTA. Typhon GTX. The Watofo Ferris, William? The Watofo Ferris. F-A-R-I-S. F-A-R-I-S. The Ferris. The Vandy Vape Galaxy's Mouth to Lung RDTA? Wait, there's a mouth to lung RDTA? Okay. I'm writing all of these down. Vandy Vape Galaxies. Galaxies. Mouth to lung RDTA. The VGOD RDTA? Ryan Evans. That is a really good... I used to have a VGOD RDTA. I don't know what happened to my VGOD. In fact, I don't know what happened. You guys are bringing up some names that I really recognize, and I thought, I had that. I had that. Bison says the Cabo. The Cabo? EO. The Cabo RDTA. Okay, okay. You need to trust me and try the Profile RDTA with dual coils, GrimmGreen. Look, memo 83. Today, we're going to do that. We are going to do that, but with round wire, if that's okay. With round wire. I need to look in my closet just really quickly, and I'm sorry, but I think there's another missing RDTA in there. All right. Where'd you go? Wait. Oh, I forgot. Use guys, I forgot. I started storing toppers in a new container. Oh. Shout out to Geek Vape for the box. Okay, there's none on the top layer, but there might be one in here. Yes. Oh no, that's not it. I really thought the Tauren was in here. Oh, here's one. Here's one. There we go. There's one. The Limitless RDTA. I think we did that in a retro vape for the vlog live stream. Not terribly long ago. Round wire only, Curtis. Round wire only. How did you know? How did you know? How did you know? Yes, I found a theorem. I found a theorem. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoot, we got a lot of RDTAs. That's a lot of RDTAs, my friends. So let's get this party started with, probably going to go with this little number right here. Yeah, it's time. It's time. Starting off with the Profile RDTA. Yeah, buddy. The Profile. We're going to do a dual coil in here because right now it's just mesh. And I've come around on a lot of things with vaping, you know, RDTAs for one, Ultem for another. I used to hate Ultem, would actively be upset about Ultem, but I don't care anymore so much. Ultem's fine, you know, it's whatever. I don't care. RDTAs even, I'm turned around on RDTAs even as well. No big deal. But mesh in a dripper like this is just terrible. Just terrible. That's my next thing that I have to conquer is mesh. Because I've never got a good vape from it. Rarely ever get a good vape from it. And when I do, it doesn't, like, it just doesn't hold up. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think we're going to be sticking 2.5 millimeter coils in here. No mesh, exactly, Breeze Tones. You're a smart guy, Breeze Tones. No mesh, except for in an RTA, like, not an RTA. Coil heads. Coil head mesh. Yep, that's 2.5 millimeters. All right. Dual 2.5 millimeters. Yeah. See, even Ultem doesn't really bother me anymore, Curtis. I used to be I used to get overly dramatically upset about Ultem. Ugh, looks so dumb. Looks like stabilized piss. It does still look like stabilized piss to me, but it doesn't bother me so much anymore. Just doesn't. We're going to be using, I think, 24 gauge round wire in literally all of these. All of these. Yes, mesh belongs in sub-ohm tanks, pods for sure. Mesh has been one of the best things for vaping. Like sub-tanks and pods, are you kidding me? Mesh all day. Mesh everywhere. Mesh up your life. Just not on a rebuildable. Like in an RDA, that's crazy to me. And even like, okay, it's whatever. I'm not going to keep ranting about mesh. Except that I kind of am. We already had a good way to vape with an RDA, you know? Round wire. Round wire in an RDA is banging. Fused Claptons in an RDA, banging. We didn't need mesh in an RDA. It's so dumb. Okay, so let's figure out wraps. Just keep it at 7. Just going to do a 2.5 millimeter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6. There's 7. These are going to be some high resistant little coils, but they're going to need to be. Especially if a dual coil's going in here, Steve-O. Polished Ultem. Yeah, Steve-O. Yes, smart. Correct. Polished Ultem is superior in every single way. Superior in every single way. Big pun in the chat. I have not tried the 18 PP. The 18 PP? Is that a thing? Did someone name something the 18 PP? That's interesting. We can build some mesh. Jeremy's like, I'll come to California. I'll show you how mesh is done. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. Now, you can't do a dual coil in the profile mesh RDTA. Who said you could put dual coils in here? That's not really possible. It's just not. This side is the positive. This side is the negative. You can't go 2 leads into this side, 2 leads into this side and bend it over. You have to go cross, 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 cross. That's insane. That seems crazy to me. So we're going to build a much bigger coil to put in here. I'm thinking in my head, I don't think you can put dual coil in the profile RDTA because this is positive. This is negative. You can't go double into positive and double into negative. It's just not going to work. You have to go positive, negative, positive, negative. You mean to tell me you can fit 2 coils in there like in a row? Then what's the point? Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Or we can do 4 millimeters. Do a 4 millimeter coil. I think that would work. You can, Josh says. You can. Yes, you can. Explain this to me, Josh. So you mean 2 coils in front of each other, right? Like 2 going down the middle. 1 here, 1 here. Going straight down the middle. You're not getting 2 coils side by side on this RDA deck. You're just not. All right. So you're telling me I can put 2 coils, 2 leads onto one side and 2 leads onto the other side. That's what you're telling me I can do. All right, let's go. Let's go. The posts, you still have to put your leads into the same slots. Am I wrong? You still have to put your leads into those same slots. There'll be so many slots. Jay Cook says you can. I have done it before. You have 3mm game overs in one right now? Wind one coil clockwise and the other counterclockwise? Why? What is the... What? Okay. Look, I'll try it. Build a parallel coil. Turn it. Nick, turn it. All right, now what? Now where do we go from here? Now that it's turned, Nick. I'm just kidding. Look, so this is the way I'm seeing this deck. There's two clamps. One side of the clamp is positive. One side of the clamp is negative. If you're putting dual coils in here, that means they're in a row and not next to each other. Oh, I see. We're bypassing the clamps. See, this is why I have a chat that I need to argue with. Joshua, you're correct, actually. You are correct. There is 4 screws separate from the clamps. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I was wrong about this. So we can clamp these down, and then... Look, it's been a minute since I've used this. Now there's posts in the middle. Joshua, thank you. Thank you. I was wrong. I shouldn't have been so assertively wrong. That's what we call confidently incorrect. GrimmGreen was confidently incorrect in every way. So we can now back off the screws, and we have access to the 4 holes in the middle of the ceramic plate. All right, here we go. Dual coils, baby. It's happening again. 2.5mm dual coils. It's still going to be a pretty tight fit, I think. But we'll see. You know, that's why we're here. To learn things and to mess up round wire builds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wrap. Beautiful. Now, if we really wanted to challenge me, if we wanted to challenge my building skills, I should be forced to wrap round wire without a coil jig. I should be forced to wrap round wire with just my hands and like a drill bit. No more fancy contact coils like this. YouTubers are never wrong. I'm still right, damn it. No, YouTubers are hella wrong all the time. Hella wrong all the time. And this was a perfect example of me being hella wrong. Oh, look at that cute little coil in there. It's just a cute little round wire. It looks so out of place. It looks so out of place. Oh. Nope. Did not capture the lead there. Seriously? Seriously? Like, seriously? Cannot get this to... Seriously? Hey, Nick, turn down the ISO on your camera so it's not like the sun. Hoping that captured those leads. I just eyeballed the leg distance. One dinky little 2.5mm coil installed. That's a 7 wrap, and I kind of needed to stretch the legs. Let's see. I'm just eyeballing these cuts right here. I'm just guessing. Wouldn't recommend cutting leads that way. Use a jig, use a coily tool or something. Now, You can go in there, and you're way too tall, so I'm going to trim you down even further. I feel like this may not be great, you know? I feel like this might not be great. Seriously? Okay. These holes are just farther apart than I thought. Whoa! Okay, let's another try. It's fine. Just riding the struggle bus right now. Did I not back these screws out all the way? What's going on here? Yeah, I guess not. Okay, first things first. Let's get a better tool. And let's try to keep this camera in focus. Come on, just let your legs go in there. Okay. I feel like these screws are already stripped out on this, like from the last couple times I built it. Yeah. Okay. That is a solid, if I had to rate this, 3 or 4 out of 10, maybe less. This is 24 gauge round wire, Adam Breezetones. Hang on, I gotta, my hoodie has to come off. I'm sweating my face off in here. It's been chilly, man. It's been chilly. Okay. Two 2.5 millimeter coils. Gonna attempt to keep them from touching. The resistance on this is going to be over 0.2. Over 0.2 ohms, I would say. Just going to guess. Let's see what we got. 0.13 right now? Okay. Maybe I was super wrong. Those are so low. Those are so low. This is going to translate. Let's just see. I think this is going to translate into bad flavor, though. Hey, you know what? Lightfoot, you don't have to trash talk Roundwire. Without Roundwire, you wouldn't have fused Claptons. Yep, glowing evenly. A little bit close to that ceramic, but not touching and not terrible. Even with 2.5 millimeter round wire, it still feels claustrophobic in there. Still feels claustrophobic. I know, to get above the airflow, I can't really lift them up anymore. Oh, that's a little better. That's a little better. All I think is that the flavor's just going to be not as great with the coils so far down. But look, it should hit the airflow, right? Theoretically. Probably not enough heat for those cables. Chain vapor. Do the cables depend on warmth? Do they depend on heat? I don't know. I mean, I literally don't know. I actually don't know. 9 out of 10, Sexy King Phil. Damn it. I like you, Sexy King Phil. 9 out of 10. That's very generous. Far too generous, I think. Far too generous. We're going to get these wicked. I'm going to thin the ever-loving hell. I know I did. Noise from the riffs. I know. I cut them way too short. I cut them too short. But that's okay. Look, it's round wire, so if we get this wicked up and the flavor's dildos, then we can just throw 2 new coils in here and see if that improves the flavor. In fact, this is kind of a nice little test to see how coil placement will even affect the flavor. But I did. Cut them a tad short. Well, you know, you can't knock it out of the park every time. Boop. I'm going to come off the deck just a little bit. Zip. I don't like cutting too short right away. You know. Here, take a little bit more off. Now, we're going to thin the crap out of these. I know, Belfrost. That's always the way it goes, though, you know? That's always the way it goes. Why is this vaping so good? It looks like garbage. Just suddenly have amazing flavor. It's like, who knew that you needed round wire real close to the deck in the profile, and then suddenly you get like amazing flavor. Thin, 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 thin. I know Mike Vapes does the under tickle. I've been trying to pick that up from him. It seems like a good tip, so I'd give it the under tickle as well. That's all rights reserved, Mike Vapes LLC 2022. I'm not trying to steal any of his thunder. I'm actually going to thin these even more. Thin, thin, thin. I found that as thin as I can make my wicks in the Kuomo, the better, you know, the wetter it stays. The better and wetter it stays. Plus, isn't that just a satisfying puff of cotton right there? Look at that puff. So puff and satisfying. Thin, thin, thin it out. I think that's just a good trick for RDTAs in general, is to thin your wicks. Not too much, you know, not too much. But can you thin a wick too much? Is that even real life? Is that even a possibility? Yeah. Shout out to Mike Vapes for the under tickle trick. I'm going to take a little bit more off. Beautiful, Clark. Beautiful. Now, we're actually going to trim these down. I'm going to keep shaving some cotton off. I might even take a little bit more off of this side. Just a skosh. Just a touch. Okay, let's see if we can thumb these in. Boom. Perfect. Flawless. That looks great. Look, if it's not in camera, you guys yell at me. Say it's not in the, you know, not even on the camera, bro. I heard the undertickle does give better flavor. I think Mike told me that one time. Bro, you know why I even do the undertickle? Flavor, man. Banging. Banging. Easily done. It has been whipped. I'm going to grab some Boy strawberry custard. Strawberry custard. And now the profile has that little fill hole. Fill hole. What's up, Trick? Thank you for coming. I know, my autofocus, it's because my autofocus is a big GrimmGreen fan. So it's like, I really like that ex-smoker t-shirt. Do some wick wetting. So now I can put my nozzle in the hole and fill this tank up. I did not double check my stainless steel rods in there. I haven't been handling them. They don't have like human, you know, oil crap on them to prevent the capillary action. But look, it's not witchcraft. Believe it or not, it's a real thing. What's up, Legion Vapes? How's it going, bro? Stainless steel cables, you know, in spite of what you might think, they do kind of wick liquid up to your wicks. As long as, whoops, as long as you don't do that, as long as your wicks are a little bit saturated to begin with and the tops of your wicks are touching the tops of those stainless steel cables, it has wicked. I've been firsthand. I've felt it wick. I've seen it. I was there. I saw it. He reached up with his dead hand and he signed it in his own blood. Anybody tell me what movie that's from? Wrong. Michael Keaton, Batman. Okay, so we ended up 0.13, it looks like. Let me unscrew this and get a fresh resistance reading, if I may. If I may. It does. Trick, it needs a bigger fill hole. It definitely needs a bigger fill hole, especially with, I don't know, these like modern chubby gorilla tips. They don't fit super good. Oh, would you just look at that? You see that resistance? 0.21. Called it. Called it. Although it's not difficult to guess that a 7-wrap 2.5 millimeter 24 gauge is going to be right at about a 0.2. This does have an adjustable airflow control as well, but we're just going to leave this straight up super open status. Super open status. If I remember correctly, all right, there we go. Completed round wire profile RDTA. RDTA. And now, vape it. I'm going to vape it. Profile, should I turn down my airflow a little bit, you know? Yeah, get it a little bit restricted. A little bit restricted. Never know another man's rhubarb. What a classically legendary, amazing movie. Cicero. Good call, Cicero. What do you guys think? 54 watts? Let's round this up to 55 watts. 0.2, 55 watts. Profile RDTA. Round wire. Let's just revisit it. The flavor's not that bad. I was expecting something really dull, like something really dull flavored. This tastes like strawberry cheesecake, or not strawberry cheesecake, strawberry custard. Because YouTube. I don't want anybody not thinking that these products don't contain nicotine. These products contain clearly the most dangerous part of a cigarette is the nicotine. Everybody knows that. That's why low nicotine cigarettes are going to be so successful. Good. Good. Honestly, like, that's banging flavor. See, yeah, they're kind of staying pretty moist. They're kind of staying pretty moist. I feel like there's probably some zhuzhing I can do in here with these wicks, just a little bit. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you what I'm planning on doing to improve this vape, to improve the wicking experience. I feel like my wicks are a little bit too, I don't know, smashed down. It feels a little claustrophobic. So all I'm trying to do is get in here and, like, you know, just get a little dancing room in there. Just a little dancing room. Just pull these out just a little bit. You know? Get in here, pull it out a little bit. Just give yourself a little bit of dancing room. Now, and see, they're staying super wet. Super wet. These wicks are, don't make me say it again, super wet. Super wet wicks. Close off the top airflow. Boom. Dude, the Profile RDTA is good. This is a good RDTA. The flavor is shockingly banging despite having low coils. Despite having low coils in there that aren't really like in line with the airflow, it still feels smooth. It doesn't feel weird or throaty or anything. Nice flavor, really nice airflow. The Profile, look, the Profile has always had really smooth airflow, crazy smooth airflow. I'm even getting a little bit of crackle from it, Rhett's beard. Even a little bit of crackle. What's going on, Joshua? We just got this Profile RDTA up and running with some super jank. I don't know if I would call it super jank, but it's some hot round wire action. So that was a few pulls. I'm going to take like 2 big rips on this, and I'm going to set it back down and rip the cap off as quick as I can so we can see how well it's wicking. How well it's wicking. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Three big rips. For all intents and purposes, these wicks should be real dry, and they are still moist. Still a little bit moist and getting moister. Did you see it happen in real time? Did you see these edges start glistening with liquid? It is straight up wicking. Wicking. I could take 3 more rips off of this, no problem, and it would wick again. One. 2. That's 3. Let's check. That's 6 total. Okay. They're looking dry-ish, but you can kind of see them getting moist. Do you see how they're staying moist? Staying moist. 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 Is that everybody else's favorite word as well? Moist? Staying moist. It's kind of incredible. I don't know who's asking in the chat how this works or why this works. I do not know. I do not know. I'm assuming, if I think through this critically in my head, stainless steel cable, yeah, it has gaps that kind of swirl throughout it. You know, it's not a far leap to see that liquid could flow up through those gaps right up to your cotton, and then your cotton at the top of your deck is looking down at those cables, and it's like, oh, here comes some liquid. Thanks, guys. And then your wicks will just grab the liquid and go, okay, this is mine now. It's a little symbiotic relationship. I just don't know how it works. Don't ask me. Whatever keeps it moist is tight. Now, I trust this Profile RDTA implicitly with round wire in it. Dual round wire, confident. If this was mesh, I would not be taking these severely long, deep drags. I don't trust mesh that much. I take little puffs with mesh because inevitably you get a dry hit. Dude, Profile, baby. Profile's killing it. That's straight killing the game right now. Let me grab this boxer. We'll throw another RDTA on here. We're already moving on. I guess I'll rank these at the end. I may not include that Artemis, but I do want to do the Limitless, and I do want to do the coil art, and I do want to do the Alpine, and I do want to do the theorem, the old Matt SMM theorem. It's not hot. That's a good question, Mr. DOS Vapor. It's not hot. I would say, there's a little bit of warmth to it. A little bit of warmth. Nothing that's gonna blow you away. If you're a series vapor, you like hot builds, hot vapes, this is not that. We might be able to turn it up. Ooh, watch out now. 0.2 at 62 watts. There's no telling what can happen here. Good night, Bison. I appreciate you coming by, brother. Hope you're good. Vape in good health.
Or I can't tell you to do that. Don't vape. Don't vape. Don't buy anything.
Don't listen to me. Don't watch this video. Go away. I have to protect myself from YouTube.
Little bit of warmth. Like, nice. A nice amount of warmth. You know, I like a little bit of warmth in my vapes. That's giving me a little bit of nice warmth there. I think this is the next one we should do, despite it being the dirtiest, despite it being the absolute dirtiest. Alpine. Did anybody in the chat have an Alpine RDTA back in the day? RDTA back in the day! Man, these O-rings are really something else. We'll get it. We'll get it. It's fine. There it is. Nothing like some dry O-rings on dry O-rings. The Alpine RDTA, here, now that we're not vaping, I can take the nicotine warning away. The Alpine RDTA filled right through the center, and on the inside of the cap, there was a little plug, little O-ring, boop, little silicone O-ring, boop, right in. It was great. I loved that. I thought, wow, that's so fucking cool. This does not have any sort of stainless steel cables or anything going down in there. So we're going to take this super nasty build out, put a clean build in, and then vape the super nasty RDTA. Clearly, I just de-wicked this. I didn't even get the last of the wick out. That wick right there is probably years old. Years old. Vertical mesh kills all other builds. Iggy. Are you... Oh, sorry. Iggy. Vertical mesh kills all other builds. Are you talking about an RDTA? Or are you talking about like a mesh sub-tank? I'm not here to gatekeep, but I'm fascinated by the idea that a vertical mesh killing other builds. That's crazy. Cotton jerky. Let's do bigger diameter, 4 millimeters. You think we can fit dual 4 millimeter coils in here? That's probably excessive, right? I do want to do a bigger build though. We'll do 3 millimeters. We're gonna do a 3 millimeter build on the Alpine. And if I can track down, of course I can. What are you kidding me? If I can track down a goon, we might be able to goon this up as well. Maybe it didn't ever sit flat. Maybe it wasn't really that compatible, but people used it. My co-host, president of CASA, Danielle Jones, the incredibly talented Danielle Jones, she ran an Alpine for a really long time. Curtis, Iggy deserves to be beat for that. No. We don't ban people. I mean, sometimes we ban people, but we rarely ban people based on just their vape preferences. If I say I like strawberry and you're like, blueberry's better, ban him. Dissenting opinions are always worthy of a ban. Vertical mesh wick worked great in a Genesis. Did it? Did it work great, Grumps? I have I have a complicated relationship with Genesis atomizers. A, because I hate them, and 2, because they're terrible and they never worked. And stainless steel mesh as a wick, man, that doesn't make any sense. Man, that doesn't make any sense to me. But I'm not going to gatekeep vaping. Good Lord, I'm not a monster. Whatever you want to vape, I think you should vape it. $3mm coil this time. You're just here for the moisture builds. These RDTAs are just dripping with moisture. Dripping. Yeah, ban all non-custard vapors. Yeah, just get really, really gatekeepy. I don't even know what we would do with people who vape tobacco flavors. Good Lord. We'd probably have to burn them at the stake, I think. I heard that's what we have to do. This is going to require more, so I think we're going to go like an 8 wrap just to get between those 2 posts, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see. Holy shit. 9. Maybe a 24 gauge 9 wrap will fit. It's not going to be pretty. It's really going to be really ugly. But I think a 3mm 24 gauge 9 wrap will fit in there. I'm still going to have to do some leg stretching. Leg stretching. Big mods, Big Dad Productions, literally like everywhere outside of the United States is still selling all awesome vape stuff. It's only the US and Canada that sucks bad right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's only the US and Canada that sucks right now. Literally everywhere else. I don't want to say literally everywhere else because there's a tax coming in to Germany. There's a flavor ban coming to the Netherlands. There's, there is crap going on, but the majority of the European Union are pretty on board with vaping. The United Kingdom's definitely on board with vaping. Other countries, the Philippines, they're on board with vaping. New Zealand's pretty on board with vaping. Japan, South Korea, they really like harm reduction. We'll get there. Venezuela has rad vape legislation. They really support it there. All right. So here's what needs to happen. I'm going to clip these leads. I'm going to... let's see. I'm going to need 2 tools to do this. I'm going to need 2 tools. I'm going to keep that tool in there, completely out of focus. Why do I even bother having an up close camera? Why? What's the point? Yeah, Israel's the same way. Israel's going a little bit harder than some other countries as well. That sucks. Okay, leg. Go in your home. Shit. I knew that was going to happen. Couldn't leave well enough alone. I had to get greedy and try to use 2 tools at the same time. Nick, why do you even bother having a close-up camera? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Now, theoretically, I can leave this right here. Clip those leads. Nope, I can't take that tool out. This is difficulter than I thought it would be with round wire in the Alpine. It's just a two-post deck, and normally you could put some fused Claptons in there and they would stay in place. When you do round wire, there's not enough mass on your wire to like keep the wire in the holes. So you kind of have to, you know, make do. South Africa also supports 100% vaping. Fluffy Dragon Music. Yeah, I mean, South Africa doesn't have any bad vape legislation on the books, so that's a good thing. Okay. Okay. We got it. We got it, baby. We got it. Son of a fucking bitch. Sorry. This is so frustrating. Oh my God. I'm gonna stab somebody. I'm gonna stab this RDTA. Okay. Oh, nope. Okay. We got this. This is happening. It might look like the jankiest build that's ever been a build on this YouTube channel, but I don't care. I don't care. Yeah. Great. Well done, GrimmGreen. Well done. Jank. That's a jank. Don't even rate that. Sexy King Phil, I know you're going to lie and say that's like a 7 out of 10. It's not. It is not. Not yet, anyway. But dang, so this one's basically just a spaced coil. There we go. That's how we do it. Let me double check. Yeah, that looks much better. It's just a little pushing, a little pulling. Kind of got it in there. I guess I got one lead that's a little bit too long right there, but nah, don't even care. Let's check this resistance, Mowgli Vapes. Good idea. It's reading a 0.14 right now. 0.14, but that's going to go well over 0.2. That's going to be a 0.2. Jank out of 10, Lurker Jerry. Thank you. Jerry, being honest with me. Thank you. That is a jank out of 10. Memo? No, Memo. 9.5 out of 10. That's very gracious of you. It's very gracious of you, but wholly inaccurate. Completely and thoroughly inaccurate. Should be able to get these glowing pretty quickly, though. All you ever need to do with round wire on a 2-post is strum the outside of it, because you have to get the outside to match the inside, and the inside ends up getting a little spaced because you have to spread your legs apart. That's what she said. Boom. Flawless. Glowing. How do you not love round wire? Look how beautiful and simple and perfectly glowing that is. You'll love to see it. So I'm going to unscrew this. I'm actually going to put a new battery in here as well. Tiny little tank. Tiny little tank. All right. Let's see. What are we reading now? What's that say? I don't know why I'm doing it. 0.29. 0.3. 0.3. This could be a series RDTA right now. RDTA. Let's see. If we did 3 millimeter, that means we need to use cotton bacon. Cotton bacon prime. Cotton. It's my impression of Adam Breestones. Cotton. La 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 la. Tiny little tank. Sure, that works fine. Just rip some cotton. I used to be so good. And it's the BP Mods cotton that's ruined me, but I used to be so good at eyeballing cotton. Like, what's that, 3 millimeter? Didn't even need to look. I could just feel it and go, shh, perfect, you know? Now it's like, oh, you got to peel some more off, peel some more off, peel some more off. You know, you waste cotton before you can even vape it. Tiny little tank. Yeah. Just like that. People, are you talking? Don't look. We have people from Alaska here in the chat, Megs. Just kidding. Rhett's in Alaska, I think. Oh, is that who you were telling to shut up? Okay, I'll mind my own business. I won't get involved in the chat anymore. Spectacular. Now all that's left to do is to trim these. We're going to thin the crap out of them yet again. The Alpine has, I should have shown you this before. Underneath the cottons are just holes. It's just one little hole there, one little hole there. You can't quite see it, but there's little holes kind of right underneath where your cotton is. I don't know if you were ever supposed to like tuck your wicks in there. I never thought that was a useful thing to do. I just want to trim these and thin them and get them in there touching, you know, just touching the base. And the idea is that when you bring this up to your face hole to vape, you'll be tilting it and that liquid will get to the cotton, keep it moist. At least that's the idea. At least that's how it's supposed to work, you know? So thin, 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 thin it, thin it. When you think you've thinned it enough, keep going. Thin it a little bit more. Overly thin it. No, you don't overly thin it. You can make things too thin, you know. Maybe not with an RDTA, though. You thin your wicks too much in an RTA, it's bad news. I think too much in an RDTA would just be like, wait, why is this wicking so good? Why is this wicking so good? It's because you don't have any wick in there. Oh, that must be it. I thinned it out. I thinned it gone. I thinned it invisible. Thin it on the camera. Thin it on the camera. Make your camera focus. There we go. It's focused. Right against the deck. As close as you can get. Boosh. Right against the deck. Oh. So, and now I'm just going to thumb these in. It's too much. It's too much cotton. I can kind of already sense that this is too much cotton for this. Memo83 in the chat is asking, is there any other ways to support me besides Patreon? You're doing it right now, bro. You're here. This is full on supporting me. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, Memo, love you. You're doing it, bro. There's no Patreon obligation. I mean, yeah, you get to hang out with really cool people and do video chats and get access to a Discord, a private Instagram account. It's a lot of fun, but there's no obligation. You can support me by just being here and not smoking cigarettes, bro. That's all I need. I think I'm going to try to, like, push some of my wick into that hole. At least one side. One side on each side. I'm going to put a little bit in that hole. But I'm going to leave the other one naked and open. So air can go in one and liquid can maybe come out the other one. It's going to make for a bad looking wick job. But that's what we ended up with. You can see, let's see, this one up here is not in the hole. This one's in the hole. This one's in the hole. This one's not in the hole. So I got two in the hole, one's not in the hole, and then we have a fill hole in the middle, and we're going to fill our fill hole through the fill hole in the middle. Should I do the same exact liquid? Should today be all day Homeboy strawberry custard? All day strawberry custard? Just for flavor comparisons? That could be a good idea. Plus, this is a really good liquid. Juice hole goes right in that tube in the middle. You can see it bleh out the bottom. God, that's so satisfying. God, that's so satisfying. Just keep it going. Comes out the top. That's when you're done. I don't think this is going to keep up with the wicking in a similar manner. Maybe after I get all the wicks wet, we can do some squishing and pushing. See if we can get some more liquid flowing. But I feel like this is going to wick less efficiently than the profile. 0.3, look at that. 0.3, that's 27 watts, basically nothing. For a 0.3 to function, you need like 70 watts minimum. There it is. There it is. 70 watts. Let's actually back this down to about 65.3, 65 watts. Feels good. Feels good. Now the profile will wick just in a sedentary position. You just leave it sitting, and I guarantee you this is all perfectly wet and wicked right now. Li Ying, welcome. First time catching, that's awesome. I'm glad you're here, bro. Hang out. This might not keep up as much. And I really want to see this Alpine action. Oh yeah, look at that. It lines up. It not only does the goon cap fit on there perfectly, it lines up right with your coil, dude. That's impressive. Now, if I remember correctly, the cap, yeah, the cap doesn't sit flush. The cap does not sit flush. I know people who have taken their goon caps and just clipped these off, like shortened their goon cap. You take wire cutters, you clip all this bottom part off, and then this will fit flush on there, and it'll be an Alpine, the Goon Alpine. As it stands, this is a little bit, you like that? You like that, Mowgli? What does that look like? I'm just kidding. Doesn't quite press all the way down, and I don't want to use it that way. But it can work. That was like one of the original hacks, was the Alpine. Someone discovered you can put the goon cap on the Alpine. It was like, it was basically national news. Just rubbed a little e-liquid on the inside of this cap because these O-rings are in old condition, and that makes them slip much easier. Side airflow. Side airflow. And top airflow. That's what we need. Side airflow and top airflow. And middle airflow and bottom airflow. And just, let's go crazy with airflow. Just lubing up the O-rings with some e-liquid like that. So now you line up those slots above these slots and everything works now. And then, oh yeah, I forgot about this. Never mind. Those are closed off. The drip tip is the airflow control for the top airflow. And there may not ever be a chance that this drip tip is coming out of here. This drip tip has been stuck in here for like 16 years. I don't see it coming out anytime soon. So we're not even going to be able to take advantage of the top airflow. We're only getting side airflow. But you know what? I kind of don't care, because when I used to use the Alpine RDTA, hello, Jake Scrapwood. Good day, Stuart. To Oz from the United States of America. When I used the Alpine RDTA regularly, sorry, I said it wrong. Alpine RDTA! When I use the Alpine RDTA, I never used the top airflow. I only ever used the side airflow. That makes sense why the drip tip is stuck in its current position. But here we go. 0.3, 65 watts. Alpine, cheers. You can hear how sharp the airflow sounds. Just listen. That is a sure sign of some sharp airflow. You can hear it. You can hear it. Top air. I agree. Moto Vapor, thank you for saying that. Fuck top airflow. Top airflow sucks anyway. Now, if we're comparing flavor to flavor, I think the Alpine has better flavor than the Profile. I think that's only because the coils are so low in the Profile, though. I think if I had lifted those coils up a little bit, I'd be getting just as good of airflow from the Profile as I am the Alpine. That airflow is so smooth, though. World smoother. Flavor's better on the Alpine. Objectively better on the Alpine. Could just be an airflow thing. This airflow goes down and up at your coil, so you're kind of getting some hot Kennedy style action there. But the flavor is much more pronounced, much more saturated. The problem is, I can see this Profile wicking liquid already up to the coils, but this, okay, it looks like they're staying pretty moist. Let's do the Profile test. Let's take 3 big pulls, and then I'll slam it down here, and we'll rip off the cap, and we'll see how moist it is. Because moistness. Actually, real quick before that, let's get into those super chats. I saw a few pop in. Steve-O said, okay, we had Sewer Rug. Very gracious of you, Sewer Rug. He said, yo, folks, just stopping by between sewers. GrimmGreen. Plenty of cotton in there, man. Hella rad build on that tiny little tank. Thank you, Sewer Rug. Back in the sewer. Get back in the... You get back in the sewer, sewer boy. Appreciate you, Sewer Rug. Hope you're having a non-poop smelling day. That's just... I picture that your job just always smells like poo. Like 100% of the time. Lee Hing Yo. Started in 2014 watching your first Clouds Bro. You watched my first Clouds Bro Clouds toot in 2014? You could have. You could have. I think my first actual like Clouds Bro Clouds toot was in 2012 from an IGO RDA with the airflow drilled out. Is your dog freaking out? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Here, I'm sorry. The airflow is bad. The airflow is bad on this RDTA, straight up bad. Sharp, loud, whistly, turbulent airflow. But the flavor, and honestly, the warmth, like this could easily go to 70, 75 watts. 0.375 watts, much warmer, much nicer warmth. Oh, I can't use my space bar to mute. That's stupid. Okay, that's right. We were going to do the test. Let's do the triple toot test. I'm going to do 3 super quick toots. We're going to put this back down here. We're going to check the condition of the wicks to see how moist they are. Flash 1, the draw is restricted, but it's sharp. The airflow feels bad. You can smooth out your airflow. Here's an RDA trick for the Alpine. Set your airflow like this. That's it. Just a little sliver off, and it will smooth out this airflow. 100%. Here, I'll take a test toot right now. Already better. Already better. So, let's do the triple toot, and we'll check on the condition of these wicks to see if they're staying moist. Karsten, early day tomorrow. Sleep good. Have a great day. Thank you for coming out. Brian Jackson, that's very gracious of you. He says, been following since 2012. I'm glad to see you're still doing well. I'm glad to see that you've never changed. I have never changed, Brian Jackson. I'm just that same fucking guy from 2012, except now I have an Alpine. 3 toots. Then we're going to check the condition of the moisture level of this cotton. Thank you, Ben Shapiro. 1. 2. Let's see. Oh, still pretty moist. Still pretty moist in there, and you can kind of see them. Yeah, you see how I tilt it? You see that bubble of liquid? That is what keeps your cotton moist. Every time you bring it up to your face, you're dumping a little bit of liquid out of that hole, and that is going to keep your wicks wet. 1 in, 1 out. That's how you rock the Alpine. Close off your airflow a little bit like that, and you will have a great Alpine experience. A great Alpine experience. It's already smoother. You can feel it. You can hear it, right? It's not quite as smooth. What's up, Team Ensko? Enkiso? Team Enkiso. Am I saying that correctly? Airflow feels much smoother. It's still a little bit turbulent, but it's not that shrieky like whistling sound. I feel like I would agree with this statement. The profile is kind of fugly, especially comparatively. The Alpine is so slick, clean, hard angles, flat top, flat sides, clean. This is a clean RTA. The profile, okay. It's a little bulby, you know. It's got these right here where it goes in and out. I hate those little gaps. Little gaps like that piss me off to no end. This, no little gaps. Just straight, clean. Look how that dirty ass drip tip. That's gross as hell. But comparatively, I agree. I don't think the profile is necessarily like fugly, you know, Megs. I wouldn't say fugly. That seems super harsh. But it's definitely the Alpine is way cooler. Way cooler. All right, I feel like we got time to do at least 2 more. We've been going at this an hour and a half already. So let's do at least 2 more. I'm going to let you choose. If you don't vote today, then you don't get to vote funky. Cuz that flavor is really good. Like noticeably better than the profile. just because of my coil placement in the profile. I'm convinced. That flavor is really good. The avocado looks better than both of them. Are you sure, Belfrost? Are you sure? I feel like you might not be sure about that. Let's vote on the next RDTA that we're going to do. Let me pop out the chat here since I can't see the YouTube chat unless I pop it out. So thanks, Instagram, or thanks, YouTube. Yeah, wow. A lot of people RDTA. 68% of this audience here today RDTAs. That's good to know. I do need to hydrate as well. In fact, I will hydrate as soon as we get this poll in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and end that poll. Kind of shocked, 68% of you. Megs, you can't say that. Why? You can't say that. There is no Blotto RDTA. Another RDTA. So we're choosing between and just to do first. We will end up doing both of these, I think. I just want to know what we should do first. What up, Frames? Janklin, Vapor. I'm going to get a water bottle to hydrate with. Good call, Phil. Appreciate it. Vote in the poll. Vote your hopes. I'll BRB with some water so I can hydrate. Sorry. And I didn't even leave you with music. That's messed up. That's super messed up. Frames, if you're back at work, have a great day. I appreciate those positive vibes and crisp high fives, man. You know, it brings a lot of joy. Here's a real quick getting to know GrimmGreen here in the middle of a random ass Tuesday build stream. And that is, it gives me a lot of joy. It definitely puts a smile on my face when I see people in the chat, you know, that put a smile on my face. And Frames Janklins, you're one of those people. When I see Frames in the chat, I'm like, fuck yeah, Frames. And I'm not singling Frames out like I'm not playing favorites, but just the people that are here regularly and consistently. And it's like we all get together every once in a while. My heart is full. I feel very thankful for that, and it just makes me smile. You too, Jake Scrapwood. When I see Jake here, just not Mowgli vapes. Like when I see Mowgli, I'm like, ugh, Mowgli's here again. I'm just kidding, Mowgli. I'm just kidding. I had to haze someone. How are we doing on the voting? Oh, the Limitless. The Limitless is beating the theorem right now. So it looks like we're going to end with the theorem. And we're going to right now get onto this Limitless RDTA. Let's end this poll. Let's get here to this monster, the Limitless RDTA. It's dusty, it's gross. That's definitely lip gunk up there from, you know, years of use. This is a drip tip in here. Because, so I'm not going to be able to get this drip tip out, but this RDTA did not come with a drip tip. It just came with this like chuff cap that you were supposed to put your lips on just this, and it used to upset me to no end. So I jammed a drip tip in there. Pretty sure that's how the story goes. Yeah. Ugh. Oh. Oh, gross. Oh, gross. Look at this retro ass build in there right now. I'm going to pull this out. Look at that. That's some twisted wire. Should we twist up some wire today? I feel like we could. Come on, you Legend 2. Fucking close and... Shit. Sorry. Oh, that's a 0.32 twisted... Twisted something. Twisted Canthol, I'm assuming. Probably twisted 24 gauge? This was the original fancy builds, you know? The original fancy builds. Oh, Barbara, come on. I was hesitant to say that, but there, I like seeing people in the chat makes me happy. I just get stoked. I'm like, oh, look who's here. Frames is here. Phil's here. It's like all you guys. I'm not trying to single anybody out in particular. I'm saying you all bring a certain level of joy and happiness into my life. But we're going to have to take this twisted build out of here. So what we have, besides dropping grub screws, is very clearly a velocity style deck. Shout out to Cisco and Dino, rest in peace, Dino. Shout out to Cisco and Dino. I mean, legends in the vape industry, legends in the vape community. They single-handedly created the Velocity RDA with the Velocity RDA deck, and it just got ripped off by everybody. Everybody. But they did it. Like, they're the ones that created this style of deck that literally dozens of other companies just completely borrowed. These janky round wire. Twisted. And it's not even twisted well. It's not even twisted well. Let's go for, I think another 3mm, right? Another 3mm round wire, if I may. Perhaps. I don't know if that's going to be enough wire for 2 wires. It's okay. What does that say? Stu! Come on, Stu, don't say that. I care if you're around. Don't be like that, Stu. Listen, Stu, your name, Stu, first of all, is a great name. I'm not here to just blow smoke up your ass, but there have been two animals in our lives that I've named Stuart that we called Stu for short. So, you've been my friend. You didn't even know it. Just didn't even know it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think is the limit, just because I didn't give myself enough wire. And that's okay. That actually kind of sucks. These posts look really far apart. Yep. That should be good. This wire, not even long enough. I'm not even going to bother trying to wrap that. That is ridiculous. I can never, ever just cut the correct amount of wire. I just can't. Even in my, quick, easy coil build for RDAs, old YouTube video, I just rip off, way too much wire, like my original Fuse Clapton video from back in the day. I'm like, oh, pull off about 3 feet of wire as I proceed to pull off 19 feet of wire. It's fine. And then so I overcompensate, and I'm like, I don't need that much wire. Well, you need more than that, dummy. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I have this I have so much wire left over. Unbelievable. Bush League. Bush League, GrimmGreen. All right. What's to be done? Let's see if we can center this, because as it stands right now, that is a jank build. I like putting round wire into gigantic post holes. That's my most fun thing to do. This is the Limitless RDTA. Halo. Appreciate you being here. Now, once upon a time, Limitless was like the company in vaping. Limitless mechs were everywhere. They had the sleeve. They were the first like customizable thing. It's like, oh, swap out your sleeve and have different colored sleeves. I'll try to track down my original like Limitless mech video. But there was a time when Limitless was like the company, the brand. Everyone was wearing Limitless shirts. Everyone was rocking Limitless gear, Limitless mechs, and Limitless RDTAs. They had Limitless trick teams and build teams, and it was ridiculous. You know, that was in the literal wild, wild west of vaping. But Limitless was like, I just thought Limitless was going to be the biggest company in the world forever. And then all it took was a little bit of regulations, and Limitless was like, nope, we're out. We're done. We made our money. Oh, okay. Well, smell you later, Limitless. I'll just make fun of your RDTA years later. Okay, so here's how we're going to do this. RDTA. Great, great. Now, that's the trick. Why did it take me so long to learn that trick? That is dumb that I didn't do that before. Ever on a velocity. Never. It's crazy. Good Lord. Oh, is that too big? Is that the wrong size? Yep. Oh, I screwed in the wrong one. Oh, good job, Nick. You're a genius. Good job, Nick. You're a genius. Oh. Yeah, buddy. That's how a velocity deck is supposed to work. Dang. All right. Why was that harder than I remember? Sewer rug. Why is that harder than I remember? You're under no obligation to answer me, Sewer Rug. Beecher! Watch me build round wire, buddy! Just kidding. If you have any pointers for me, Beecher, just, you know, Marco Polo me. I don't know why I never did this trick before. Okay, so here's my trick that I just discovered for centering your coil in a velocity deck is... this might be hard to explain. Do you see how this lead over here And then this lead over here is real angled, but this lead over here is straight. If you keep this straight and screw this screw down, you can use your tool to center your coil and then screw the other screw in on the other side. I don't know if that makes any sense the way that I just said it, but I've never done this before, but it just worked all of a sudden, so I'm gonna go with it. I'm sure people are like, oh yeah, Grimm, I've been doing that since, I've been doing that since 2015. Glad you finally got there. Me too, buddy, me too. Yeah, dude, that was so easy. I guess, I don't know. I haven't built with round wire on a velocity deck in a while. Generally, like now, modern coils, modern fused Claptons and the such as, they'll span the distance and they'll just go whoop straight in. You don't have to bend your leads out in like weird angles to get it into the holes. Dang, new to me. I keep thinking I have my glasses on because I cannot see this hole. Hopefully that's the right coil. Yeah, all right. Now let's do some centering. Dude, those look good. Those looks like a good height. Centered as they can be. I like that you can see, like, I like that you can see the round wire on the other side of the coil. Like, such a minimal build. Lee's here. Noob. Hey, Lee, when was the last time you built some sick round wire builds, bro? Huh? You're like, I don't need round wire builds because I'm an elite to vapor. 0.11 seems low. Could be the Geek Vape breeding this wonky for now. Or it could really be a 1-1. Yep. Here we go. I don't know why you're not glowing evenly on this side. This is mysterious to me. I don't know why it's not glowing evenly on this one side. Oh, there it goes. Okay. We're doing good now. We're doing much better. This is at least Stu round wire builds every day. I am in the process of moving all of my builds to round wire builds. Still having a hard time heating up that one side, and it's definitely because that coil is a little bit jacked. I can see it. I can see it in the macro lens, but I can't see it in my naked eye. Okay. All right. Well, it's as good as we're getting right now. Limitless RDTA. I'm just going to pull this off, get a fresh resistance. Make sure that these are screwed down all together. Hot! Hot! Rifleman. Round wires for the last 11 years. See? It's just, this is how out of touch I am. Yes, Rhett, of course. Why did you even say that? Okay. So we did a 3mm 9 wrap, was over a 0.3. This is a 3mm 8 wrap of 24 gauge Anarchist Nichrome. Nichrome. 3 to 0.25. 0.25 for the win. Let's get some cotton in here. Let's get some cotton in here. It's going to be the same deal. A lot of thinning, a lot of thinning. This has not holes, but you can see it drops down into the chamber right there. There's like 4 cutouts. And that's where your wick is going to be touching your liquid. We're doing all RDTAs, Lee. We did the profile, we did the Alpine, we're doing the Limitless. We're going to do the theorem after this. It's almost lunchtime, but I'm going to sacrifice some lunchtime to do the theorem. Theorem. Who knew? I didn't know that I liked RDTAs. That's the problem. That's the problem I'm running into right now. No, Stu, no! Nichrome. I love Nichrome. Look, I might say Nichrome, but Phil Basardo says Canthal, and that's worse. Don't give me a hard time about Nichrome when Phil Basardo says Canthal. That's worse. Way worse. More upsetting to me than Canthal, than Nichrome. Or look, I guess we could both just say the words correctly and then we wouldn't have to have this argument. Cutting it flush with the edge of the deck, and as per RDTA law, we're going to thin the ever-loving crap out of this. Shed time, lunchtime, yeah, same difference. It is almost lunchtime, though. I try to, you know, my wife's been working from home since, you know, the start of the fucking pandemic. And so when we can, we try to have lunch together. When our schedules allow it, we will pause and we will make lunch together and we will hang out and sometimes watch a movie, sometimes, or not a movie, like I have a lunchtime TV show I like to watch, Brooklyn Nine-Nine right now. So sometimes we do that. Sometimes we'll go outside and play darts. We have lunchtime dart sessions all the time. And it's fun. And my wife just rules, so, you know, don't take it super personally, but in any given situation, I'd kind of rather be hanging out with my wife. That is, I think that's thinned like to the maximum thinness that it can be. That is maximum thin level. Let's find out. I'm going to try to do that same, you know, barely tuck. Just barely tucking these down. I just want them just sitting in there. Just sitting in there so that when you tilt this at your face hole, you will get wet. You will get liquid. You will get moistured. Your whole being will be wicked and moistured. In fact, I could definitely cut all of these wicks shorter. Much shorter. Yeah. Holy crap. I'm going to do that. At least these last remaining ones. I don't know how that's too long or too much wick, but it is really clogging the crap out of this deck. Clogging the crap out of it. I feel like sometimes with RDTAs, or, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like most of the time with RDTAs, less is more. I'm skeptical of this wicking. I'm skeptical of this wicking. It's not great, but it's not terrible, but it's definitely not great. Okay. Oh, and it wasn't even fucking focus. Bad. It's a bad cotton job. It's a bad cotton job. There's just no way around it. I'm going to try, after we get these wet a little bit, to shuffle them around maybe a little. But as it stands, that is not a good wicking job. And I know it, you know. This is a 0.25. Oh, no, we don't need 90 watts. That's insanity. 60 watts, though, will be just fine. I don't like this wicking. This is my bad. If this doesn't work correctly, it's completely my bad. 3mm coils need 3mm cotton. I thinned it as much as humanly possible. I mean, they are just sitting in there. All right, it's looking much better, honestly. That doesn't look terrible. The cotton is kind of just sitting there. I'm going to try to hold this. See if I can get any liquid to pour out. No? You're not going to do it? That's juicy. Just trying to expose the hole underneath. Nope. Fucked it up. We'll see. Let's just see. Let's just go. Top cap. Yeah. Oh, wait. We need to fill it up. There's the fill hole. Large fill hole on this. You can tell because there's a little droplet right there. People who got an RDTA might be wondering what's this giant hole on the side of my tank for? Oh, the droplet. That signifies that that's where the liquid goes. Oh, great. Strawberry custard again. Oh, yeah. Graham. Yeah, 100%. Side fill on this made me buy this one as the Coil Art Mage RDTA was a pain because you had to take the tank off every time it needed refilling. Yeah. You know, it was there was a lot of growing pains in the vape world. A lot of growing pains. How do I have to fill this? What? I have to take it and do it, you know. How do I do this? Get some liquid on the inside of this top cap. It's the easiest way to do it. Press. Make sure that Limitless logo is straight up and down. Obviously, my airflow's not lined up with my coils till there. Still feel like it's a little too much cotton. Looks like there's enough space in there. I'm also going to close off the airflow like that. Maybe like that much. Maybe just a little bit. There it is. The Limitless RDTA. We're going to vape it literally right now. I don't know that I saw any super chats come in, but Barbara Burgess says, I just super chatted to say I love you, dork. Hey, I'll take that. You can call me all the names you want as long as it's accompanied by money. Love you, Barbara. Hope you're doing good. Kevin Yum says, my birthday and all I heard of was your lovely voice. Your birthday today? Kevin, your birthday's today? You're my first note on my new set of vlog notes for this week. Kevin Yum, birthday. I'm going to sing to you today, Kevin Yum, and on Thursday. Fuck yeah, Kevin Yum's birthday. Let's see, did I lose anything over here? Oh no, just a list of RDTAs. And Jake Scrapwood, I'm going to send you some BP cotton tomorrow. There's the update. Happy birthday, Kevin. Happy birthday to Kevin. Happy birthday to Kevin. Happy birthday, dear Kevin. Yum. Happy birthday to you. Skip around the room. Skip around the room. Skip around the room. Kevin. Skip around the room. Nicholas is disappointed in my cotton. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. I think this is going to wick well. I think this is going to wick fine. I didn't tuck any wick into the holes on the Alpine, and it's keeping up fine and wicking fine. So that's why I didn't attempt to individually push each little cotton end into the little holes. That just seems so GD time consuming. All I do is leave some space for liquid to escape out. Should stay wet. It's a lot of airflow. That's a lot of airflow. Close down halfway, and that is still mountains of airflow. But here we go. 0.25, 60 watts, Limitless RDTA. Look, the airflow, this is the best airflow probably of the three. It's more open than the profile, and it's much smoother than the Alpine, but it's delivering me... Man, that profile I really fucked that up. Real bad. With those coils, they're just too low. That's why the flavor's bad on that profile. The coils are too low. We figured it out. Flavor, though, real good. On par with the Alpine, hands down. Alpine's still better. Alpine has better flavor than the Limitless. Same juice, same wire. All right, let's do the 3-toot test. The 3-toot test, and we can end this here live stream with a theorem RDTA. We're going to do the dry wick test. So I'm going to take 3 real big. Yeah, absolutely. I wasn't like calling you out or anything. I heard that too. Lots of people did that. I did that for a while until I suddenly didn't, and then it kind of just started working just as good. And it's way less effort to not have to try to jam cotton into each individual little hole. Just set your cotton down on the top. It'll vape. Bob, if I had an avocado, I would have put together an avocado today. I was really under the impression that I had more RDTAs than I do. That's what this comes down to. Okay, so let's do the wick test for the Limitless now. Take 3 big rips. I'm going to slam it down. We're going to pull the cap off, see how wet the wicks are. As soon as my change my battery. No jokes. No jokes. I actually don't know if this battery is going to be charged enough. Let's see. Let's find out. I'll take the 3 toots. Hopefully the camera comes back on by the time I'm done. One. 2. 3. There's the wicks. Yeah, they look much drier than the rest. Much drier than the rest. Oh, and I forgot. Yeah, I forgot that the top was just open and I just dumped liquid all over my desk. Looks more dry. Looks drier than the other RDTAs. Looks drier. Now it looks moist. Now it actually looks moist. You have to have the top cap on, or that is just a big open hole right there, as I just learned pretty quickly. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. That one kind of didn't count. Am I having fun? Fuck yeah, I'm having fun. I'm streaming. Of course I'm having fun. This is the highlight right now. Streaming's the fun part. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one's gonna be dry. I could feel it. A little dry. It's a little dry. But you can tilt these. Next time I do this, maybe we'll try to use less cotton and actually push the wicks down there, though I feel like that's not going to improve much. But let's try it. Let's try it literally right now. Okay. Okay. That's definitely down in those holes now. I can feel it pressing in. Okay. Three toots should still be dry. It was wet though. I want you to notice it did get wet. Two, 3. Little dry. Little on the dry side, but not terrible. A little on the dry side, but not terrible. If I tilted this at my face, this side is staying nice and wet. You can see my wick kind of hanging down there through the juice fill hole. This side's staying nice and wet. This side's actually getting a little bit wet too. All right. All right, Limitless. I think you're going to end up being number 3 in the rankings. I haven't ranked these yet because we have one more to do. One more. More Zelda on Twitch, Peter Bird? There's a small chance of some Zelda on Twitch. Most of the time, here's the thing. I kind of just want to play Zelda by myself because I don't do anything entertaining enough. It's like I spend 15 minutes running across Hyrule. I know, Megs, I know. Look, this is years of lip gunk too. This is 2016 lip gunk that will never come off. It's just there. It's just there. Let's get this. Let's clean this off. So you know. Let's try to get this lip gunk off of here. Better? Oh yeah, so much better, Megs. I can't believe I was putting that in my mouth. That's so gross. That's so gross. Open up your airflow, Nick, and place it in front of your coils. It's probably the best way to go. Nope. There we go. There we go. All right, Limitless. Okay. Let's wrap up the Limitless. We're going to rank these, but the Limitless is probably coming in 3rd place. Vape's good, though. I need one more device. Let's grab this guy. Boosh for this guy. Boosh. Now, this is gross, has not been cleaned in quite some time. But this was a Suck by Mod creation. This was the, well, J-Bo. Wasn't SMM involved in this? Matt? I'm pretty sure Matt was involved in this. Now this is going to be really dumb with round wire. And I'll explain why this is going to be really dumb with round wire. It's an RDTA. Technically, this was called a drip tank. Okay? Stu, I got Tony Hawk 1 and 2, baby. I'm just not very good at it, and I feel embarrassed playing Tony Hawk on the internet. Drip tank. So the whole tank came off, and there was no, like, real official, you know, deck or chamber at the top. Just had this, and then you had this number that was your airflow. So your airflow came from this Ultem insert. Do you see that face right there? That's your airflow. Comes in from this top ring, down the Ultem, or down the peak rather, and then at the back of your coil. Like this. Do you see that Ultem lines, or the peak rather, lines up with the back of your coil? That's where your airflow comes from. This was a... Even when this came out, it was a weird design. It was just weird. I saw it and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. And then I tried it and I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Still to this day, does not really make any sense. And this is going to be a nightmare to do with round wire. Just a straight up nightmare to do with round wire. And you can kind of already see why. Let's get this super old fuse Clapton out of here. Thank you. The middle post is just a big slot. So that means we have to capture a round wire under there. We're going to go big on this. I think we're going to do 4 millimeters. One big 4 millimeter coil in the front. Yeah, I think that's the only way to go. I think that's the only way we can go right now. Skate Trilogy. Yeah, man. See, I used to rule ass at Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. All of them. And then, you know, I just, whatever, didn't play video games for 13 years. And then that's it. And then I just recently started playing video games again, and I'm bad. I'm bad at it. I have no big gamer brain, no big gamer skills. I mean, I used to play everything. Nintendo Entertainment System, yeah. Sega Master System, Sega Genesis, NES, Super NES, PlayStation, PlayStation 2. And then that was it. And then I was just done. Vaping happened, and I just didn't have time to do anything else. But now I'm back playing some Zelda Breath of the Wild. Solving fish problems. Trying to keep track of fish love letters. All right. 4 millimeters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. 4 millimeter, 24 gauge, Nichrome anarchist wire for the theorem. Now the hardest part is happening right now. I have to capture a lead under that screw. I have to capture a round wire underneath that rounded grub screw. I have tried the Type 2 with round wire, not on television. What the hell am I even talking about? Not on the internet, but on in my own personal vapings, yes. So let's get to fucking impossibleness. It's a good wire, fits in there well. I'm going to pull this out just a little bit, and I'm going to screw down the negative lead so that we have one secure side. Oops, that's the wrong size screwdriver. That's crazy. Boop, boop, boop. Nice and snug. Okay. Now, this, we have to pull this wire out, push it over, and somehow, through magic or divine sorcery, divine intervention, we're going to be able to capture this lead. Oh, this is sketchy. This is super sketch, but we're just going to go with it. Damn, wrong size. Let's see if I'm successful. Does that look successful? Kind of looks successful. Yeah! Okay, it was a little easier than I thought it would be, but it was successful. And look how, like, can you see that? That screw is just holding that wire down. There's no hole. It could slip out at a moment's notice if I'm not careful. So, this theorem, Matt, really better be worth it. If I could clip this lead, good Lord. Yeah, that definitely went somewhere where I'm going to step on it later. It's great. That's why I wear shoes in the house. Okay. That's as centered as get, and a 4mm coil was a bad idea. No, 4mm coil was a great idea. Whose idea was that? That's a great idea. 4mm coils. All day long. All right, so let's see. 4mm 9-wrap with 24 gauge single coil. 0.16. Oh, no, I can't do Christopher Walken the whole rest of the stream. That's craziness. Whoop. Hi. I'm glad I blasted that at 100 watts. Why on earth was this at 100 watts? Almost melted my wire. There we go. Now it's happening. Look at this. Boosh. Glowing like a champion. Like a champion. It's a little bit close maybe to that Ultim down there, that peak insulator. I feel like that's okay. Maybe we should lift it up a little bit. If I can lift it up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. Okay. We're not so close to that peak insulator anymore. Like, I want to vape this. I don't want to ruin it. You know, this is a piece of vaping history right here. The Theorem drip tank? Are you kidding me? Legendary. And my cotton is on the ground. Ooh, I've never torn off cotton. I mean, not never, but in a really long time for 4mm. Let's go big. Yep. Nice. Not as snug as it could be. Look at that. Look how much cotton I'm wasting. Look at this, so much wasted cotton. Here, maybe I can still use this for like a single coil. I guess I'm gonna thin it. I guess I'm gonna thin my wicks. But they are kind of supposed to fit down into these little notches. See little notches on the deck? That's where your wicks are going to kind of fit down into. I guess I'll thin these up. Let's see if we can be successful here. Thinning accomplishes a few things. Besides just doing what it says it does and thinning out your wicks, it also helps kind of comb them into the right direction. So you want your, you want fibers all going in the same direction so that it can wick up those parallel fibers. I put my trash can so far away. Okay, now you can kind of massage these into place. Get your gross oils all over your fingers, all over it. Yeah, for sure. Yes. Success. The legendary Theorem drip tank has been assembled. Let's see how this goes. Wick in the slot. Wick in the slot over there, pressed up against the glass. See if we can, yeah, vapors. All right. Oh, I can even hear a little bit of like a crackle happening. Now we're going to try to, oh. It's impossible to fill. There's your fill hole. Doesn't quite line up, but that's okay. Let's try to fill this. Yeah! You just keep going. It doesn't matter. Because it's all going to drain down in there. Okay, maybe it's a little bit overfilled. Maybe. Don't judge me. Or, I mean, you can. That's fine. Now, the top goes on. The little peg goes into the little peg back here so that the Jabo peak insulator airflow. I'm going to get a slurpy mess in my mouth the first time I vape this. I know, I can tell. Here, let's get, does this old school drip tip work on here? Yeah, fuck yeah, it does. Look at those. Even has matching heatsink fins. You didn't think when you woke up today that you would see matching heatsink fins, but I am here to show you matching heatsink fins and a big long dorky drip tip. But that's it, you guys. That's the Theorem drip tank. RDTA. RDTA. Overfill. You're overfill too? I'm overfill. I'm just over him. Just kidding. Just jokes. It's no big deal. Yeah, so my first toot, definitely, yeah. This is what we call extra moist. This is Moist 9000. We call this Moist LE. Smooth little airflow right there. Smooth little airflow. Let's, I'm gonna recheck the resistance on this. .75. 0.75. 0.75? Is that correct? It's a DNA, so I'm inclined to believe it, but I don't trust that for some reason, and I don't know why. I don't know why it's reading a 0.75. Does that sound fine? This was peak 2016, Mr. DOS Vapor. Peak 2016. Yeah, that's correct. This is reading at 0.75 as well. All right. 2 DNAs have said 0.75, so I have no reason to distrust it. So we're going to put this theorem back on my... This used to be my favorite mod of all time. Axis Vapes, M17s. They were a great shape for your hand. The stabilized wood and acrylic, I loved the fuck out of it. Real shame about this company. But I'm glad I still have 2 of these Axis Vapes M17s. This one I purchased. This one I purchased secondhand because of the serial number. Can you see the serial number? Nope. No, it's the 666. It's the 666 serial number. Let's go for the theorem. Last one. 0.8 at 50 watts. Dude, it vapes. You can for sure hear that airflow. You can for sure hear that airflow. It's loud and whistly and turbulent and bad. Flavor's pretty nice. I still think that the Alpine has better flavor than this. But you can take a few rips on this and it will not... well, it does not seem to go dry. It could be because I overfilled it to the point of stupidity, you know, stupidity. You can hear that airflow like it owes you money. That's a crazy loud airflow. Crazy loud. Well, damn it, that's it. We've officially reached the end of the Random Tuesday build stream, RDTAs. Let me rank these RDTAs real quick. I'm upset that I don't have more RDTAs for you guys. I thought for sure that I'd have at least 5 or 6 in here. Maybe we could do 2 RDTA build streams, but this is it. What you see on my desk, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is all the RDTAs that I have. Over the course of 13 years of vaping, over the course of 13 years of being on YouTube, I've only saved 5 RDTAs. I have dozens of drippers, dozens of tanks, more than dozens of drippers, dozens and dozens of drippers, dozens of tanks, hundreds of mods, 5 RDTAs. That's all I kept. 5 RDTAs. I guess I didn't like RDTAs that much, you know? Hang on. I'm just doing some good housekeeping real quick. I'm just cleaning up because I have to think in my head how I want to rank these. I think you guys know exactly how the ranking's going to go. I think you know exactly how the ranking is going to go. RDTAs, man. I didn't think that I would come to appreciate RDTAs in 2022, but here we are. I like this. I like this vape. I like that it works. I like the flavor. Obviously, RDTAs have good flavor. Just by default, it's like drippers. They kind of just have good flavor by default. We didn't get to the Artemis because that's a newer RDTA, and I was looking for some older RDTAs. We didn't do the Artemis, and we didn't do the coil art. We didn't do the Azeroth RDTA, but that's okay. I feel like I've featured the Azeroth in vlog live streams before, probably plenty of times. Get the tools put away. Everything today was filled with a really rockin' Omboyosi strawberry custard liquid. I just love the crap out of it. It's you know, I'm tough on Dwayne with his liquids, but this is a liquid that I legitimately enjoy the ever-loving crap out of. So let's get our 4 RDTAs up here. Let's try each one of them, and then we will rank them. I'm only going to take 2 puffs, 2 toots on each one, and that's how I decide. That's how I rank them. Let's see. Saturated, flavorful. That's difficult. Difficult ranking. Difficult. Here's how I'm going to rank them. First place is the Alpine. Yeah, simply based on the flavor alone. It wicks when you point it at your face, but the flavor is really where the Alpine is kind of going to kill all of these. It's just the most saturated, the most pronounced, like, rich flavor out of all of them. Alpine, hands down. Fucking good. Second place is going to be the Profile RDTA. It might be in first place if I didn't ruin it and build it so poorly. As it stands right now, probably due to my build that's a little bit too low, it's going to be firmly in second place. Smooth airflow. The stainless steel cables wick. Just works. Just wicks. Second place. Easily second place. Now, third and fourth place, I'm surprised by this as well, but I think the Limitless is going to end up in fourth place, and I think the Drip Theorem RDTA drip tank is going to end up in third place. Flavor. This has better flavor, honestly, right now than even the Profile, but the airflow is so bad on this Theorem that I can't possibly place it above the Profile. Bad airflow, really good flavor. This is kind of just, you know, if you're a watcher of any of my reviews, which I sure hope you are, but if you're a watcher of any of my reviews, you know that I like to call things fine. Fine. This Limitless RDTA is the pinnacle of a fine RDTA. It's not great. It's not bad. It is simply just fine. The flavor on it is real fine. It's wicking fine. The deck on it is fine. It's a velocity deck, which is a fine deck. It's fine. Least flavorful, even next to the Profile. Least flavorful, even next to the Profile. I'm just so surprised at how much I like this Theorem, because I did not like this when it came out. Bro, did not like the Theorem. Did not like the Theorem in any capacity, but now I like it. I think I just appreciate it now more than I did before. I think I just now appreciate all RDTAs a little bit more than I did in years past. And that's just, you know, that's the evolution of GrimmGreen, I guess, baby. I'm totally cool with hating something for years and then suddenly going, oh, okay, I guess it's not that bad. And then going further and going, okay, I actually kind of like this now. I don't know how I spent so many years hating RDTAs. What's up, Dave Lloyd? The Alpine wins. The Alpine wins. It's the coolest looking by far. It's the best vaping by far. The flavor is just top notch. Just, you'll hate the airflow. You will. You'll hate the airflow. It's not great. Training wheels. Yes. Absolutely I do. Of course. Of course I use nicotine. Nicotine changes the flavor of e-liquid, and if I'm going to be comparing e-liquid, I mean, I guess if I had 1 0 milligram liquid I could compare with all of them, sure. That would work just as fine. 3. I do 3 all the time. 3 all day, day. So, I think that's it. I think they're ranked, and I think I'm surprised how much I like RDTAs, and I'm surprised at how much I like the Alpine RDTA after this was just sitting in a box for literal years, and now I like it. Whole new life. Yes. And so, yeah, absolutely. I don't mind changing my mind. John, if you're curious about this water bottle, they sponsor me. This is a sponsor of this YouTube, the coldest water bottle. I will put a link in the description, and you can pick one up. Use the code GRIM. You get a little discount. I get a little jingle in my pocket. It's win-win. Plus, it's just a rockin' good water bottle that keeps my water fresh, crispy, cold all day long, even in the hot Southern California sun. Hey, Grimm, my mod just ate shit. Any old mech you'd be willing to donate to the cause? 4 years cigarette free? You just want a free mech? That's it? You just show up and you're like, give me a free mech? Do you have a free mech for me? It's a bold move. That's a bold move, cake thing. But, and see, you did it twice. So I can tell you kind of just spam in the chat right now. I don't want someone smoking cigarettes. And if your mod really did take a shit, email me, nick@grimmgreen.com. I might get to it as soon as I possibly can. I hate the idea of someone out there who was a vapor who can now not vape because their gear broke or they ran out of liquid or something. That depresses me. That depresses me. So, fun times were had by all, Megs. Appreciate you guys coming out for a random Tuesday-ass build stream. Next Tuesday, we'll be here in the afternoon with TBN. We're having Azim Chowdhury on from Keller and Heckman. He is the vape lawyer. We're going to be talking regs. We're going to be talking PMTAs. We're going to be talking synthetic nicotine. We're going to be talking capricious and arbitrary regulations. We're going to be talking about China and what the companies in China are doing for everything, for PMTAs, what they're doing about the vape mail ban, what they're doing about, tariffs and the such as. It should be real interesting. Should be a real interesting live stream next week. And then, of course, this Thursday, Mother Trucking Vlog Day. The notes have officially been started. My first act is Kevin Yum's birthday for the vlog. So, listen, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for spending your time with me, your Tuesday with me. That makes a guy feel good, you know? It makes a guy feel good, and I really appreciate it. And I hope we had some fun today with some weird-ass RDTAs. If you're watching this on a replay situation and you're an RDTA-er, let me know what you use. Let me know. In fact, if you're here live, come back and comment on the video your RDTAs that you use that you think I should look at, that you think I should get. Tell me an RDTA to get. I will go get it. Been asking about the Wasp Nano for a while because I want to know why you don't like it. Plus, I have a banging squawker that would look rad. It one. I get what you're saying there, Stu. I don't like the Wasp Nano. I just don't like it. The deck is great. The airflow is not good. The flavor is good, but the airflow is really not good. It's a plastic cap, and it's 2 holes that need to line up, kind of like on the Alpine. And so I can never get anything other than like a sharp, whistly airflow from the Wasp Nano. Then I've tried it 10 ways from Sunday, and I cannot get a good vape from it. So more for you, you know? More for you. That's what I say. More for you. I'm glad you enjoyed your time here. Thank you, Li Ying Lo. I'll get your name right eventually, or maybe never. We'll see. That's so good. So good. Alpine wins. So here's what I'll say. Thank you, guys. I'm going to go eat some lunch. Peace out. Be excellent to each other, man. Let's keep being awesome. Let's keep fighting the good fight. I hope to see all of your shining faces. That's right. Even you, Skoss.
I see you there, Scoss. I want to see all of your shining faces here Thursday evening for the vlog. That's when we really party. So in the meantime, I'm going to say goodbye. Be excellent to each other. Remember that no matter what anybody tells you, if you're a person that smokes, you don't have to just keep smoking and die. There are less harmful sources of nicotine. I'm going to have a bunch of links to science and education down in the description because it's trying to convert as many smokers as possible. That's my mission. Apart from tasting RDTAs, you know?